I remember a number of years ago, this goes back a long time ago as a matter of fact, I was personally working with a therapist looking at my relationship choices and staying in relationships maybe longer than I really should, afraid of making people's feelings heard and having my own feelings heard. And I was going through this whole dance with this therapist, and at one point she said to me, why don't you just focus on becoming the person that you want to date? I said, that is wonderful. And she said, oh yeah. She goes, David, it's probably the easiest thing in the world to think about, but let's see how you do when you practice it. I'm David Essel. And isn't that just those great words of wisdom? Like if we're single right now and we're looking to create this great relationship that we really want, and we write out the characteristics of the person that we would like to bring into our life, which I highly recommend all my clients do, like what are the personality traits especially that you're looking to bring someone in, and then say, okay, what of all this list, someone who's active and who's spiritual, someone who's concerned about the environment maybe, someone who has a great relationship with their family. You can go on with all the different personality characteristics. Maybe you want someone who's really outgoing and funny, or maybe you want someone who's really quiet because your life, you create enough busyness for everyone. So maybe you want someone who's the opposite, who's just really at peace and calm. Maybe that's what you need in your life. Well, whatever the characteristics of the person that you're wanting to date, when you write those down, an exercise I give my clients then is I say, okay, circle the most important ones. Let's prioritize them. And then I ask them to do their own self-evaluation of how do you measure up with that characteristic that you're looking for in someone else. More often than not, the same thing that happened to me years ago when I went through this exercise with the therapist, more often than not, I was falling short, and maybe you are too, at becoming the person we want to date. And it goes back to the law of attraction, doesn't it? So we attract to us the type of person that we are inside. We may not believe we are, but if we're attracting to us people that are filled with drama and chaos and negativity, if we're drawing to us people who are victims in life all the time, or if we're drawing to us people that are verbally abusive, or people that have a really hard time setting boundaries, or people that are overly aggressive, or whatever it is that isn't working, believe it or not, whatever we're bringing to us, there's a part of us, no matter how much we want to deny this truth to be, there's a part of us that is exactly like that person, oftentimes. Or the other case could be is that we know no different than to bring people towards us that are also not feeling worthy of deep love. That could be exact reason. So there's several reasons of why we would draw chaotic and drama-driven people into our lives. The most important thing that I learned years ago was to do this exercise, and that is to become the person that we want to date. So if you looked at all your characteristics that you wrote down and you said, well, honestly, my spiritual life isn't as deep as it could be, and we want to bring a spiritual person to us, well, we've got to deepen that. If we say, I'm not that patient, if I'm going to be honest with myself, I'm not really that patient in life, but one of the characteristics we wrote down is we wanted someone who was really, really patient. Then we're going to have to work on that. If we said we want someone who's fit, who's healthy, and then we look at our lifestyle and we go, I may not raise my bar, I may have to, raise my bar in order to be healthier and more fit. Then we have to do those kind of things. But I'm going to say this again because it's so powerful. Become the person that you want to date. Let me repeat that. Become the person that you want to date. Take off the veils of denial. Look at reality in the face, on paper, with your pen, and see where you need to improve your life. And as you improve your life, the energy around you starts to change, and then you will draw in people who are more honest. Maybe you've had a problem with people in the past not being honest with you. Then we have to look within and say, where am I not honest? Now, this exercise isn't the easiest thing to do alone. Maybe you could do it with a friend who could hold you accountable and be frank with you. Maybe you would hire a coach or a therapist in order to help you work through these things as well. If I can help you at all, I've been doing this for over 20 years now, to get clear and to see what weaknesses in my life do I need to shore up in order to attract the type of person I'm looking to, contact me at talkdavid.com. That's talkdavid.com. And let's talk about this. Let's see how we can break the old patterns and get into some new really healthy ones. Don't forget to send this to your friends. There's so many people that are wondering, why am I attracting the same type of person? What do I need to do to change in order to attract different type of people? And trust me, it's not going to be going to a different type of dating site, or it's not going to be finding new friends or going to a different church to find the perfect partner. It's going to be changing the things about us first that really are not working in order to bring in that person we're looking for. And don't forget also to sign up at YouTube right here on our account for all the videos that we have. So the next time a new one goes out, it gets sent directly to your YouTube account. Okay? I'm David Essel. Have an awesome day.